All right, come on, let's go. It's 5:06. Good afternoon. Welcome. My name is Matt Murphy. This is the Matt Murphy Radio Show, underway for another hour, and happy to have you on board on 99.7 FM on your radio dial. We're also on a variety of different platforms. You can find us on Spotify, TuneIn, iHeart, our own app, SuperTalk 99.7 WTN. Then, of course, there's Talk TV, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Hey, if you like and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. Is Ken Weaver back there, Jackson?
I'm here, Brother Murphy.
What's going on, Ken Weaver? Hadn't got a chance to talk to you. It's been a busy day.
I'm just doing this and that.
Hey, Ken, you've got the rate card back there. How much does it cost to like and subscribe with us on the talk side of things?
Absolutely nothing, boys. Yes.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All you got to do is to hit the thumbs up, and we will be eternally grateful. Eternally great. As a matter of fact, if you hit the thumbs up button on a daily basis, when you call the show and you want to offer your opinion on a subject at hand, all you have to do is tell young Jackson Williams, we call him Fraction Jackson, hey, Jackson, you say, I'm a thumbs up person. You say, I'm one of your thumbs uppers. Wait a minute. Let's say this right. I give the old thumbs up, and Jackson will say to you, you go to the front of the line. And then you go to the front of the line. How about that? So disagree with me, go to the front of the line. Give us the old thumbs up, go to the front of the line. What y'all think of Matt Van Epps? I thought I've never met the man. Seems like a nice enough fellow. I appreciate and honor his military service, and I appreciate the fact that he's called to public service in the form of a congressional candidacy. And I look forward to further questioning Matt on September 5th on the stage at the Cabaret. Hey, speaking of being out and about, because I'm doing my entire show from the Cabaret on September 5th. Well, I say the entire show. I'm probably going to make myself scarce at some point in the 6 o'clock hour so that I can go and prepare for the debate. And either Dan Mandis, who agreed to do it, but I don't know if he remembers he agreed to do it, or Cameron Smith, or both, or Hand, or whomever will, sub in for me in the final hour or so of that. Jackson, you coming out to Cabaret?
I hope so. You have the information on that. Am I going with you?
I hope so. I don't have any further information except to say, I hope so. Weaver or Jackson, have either of y'all been to the Cabaret?
I have not.
I've never been there, Brother Murphy.
Let me tell you, I got a chance to see. I wanted to make sure I get in here on it because, look, we don't know how much longer the incredible Ray Stevens is going to be performing. I mean, he's in his mid-80s. I want to say, fact check me on this, Jackson. Ray Stevens, I'm going to guess 86 years of age. I'm normally pretty good at this. I'm normally right around it. I'm going to say 86 years of age. Ray Stevens.
Right on it.
86 years of age.
Yep.
So Ray Stevens opened up the Cabaret a number of years ago, and now they're selling it because he had a heart issue recently, and probably performing is a little tougher than it used to be. But we got a chance to go out there and see him, and man, even at 86 years of age, he was a fabulous performer and great on stage, singing some of his old hits. No, Shane, we just told you. Ray's not 88. Ray's 86. I guess maybe he has to catch up to the delay. Real quick before we get to your telephone calls, 615-737-9986. I told you guys so. I mean, I'm not one to play a game of Murphy was right, but if I heard the music, I would sing the song. So we talked about the Boring Company. Oh, there it is. Murphy was right. Murphy was right. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Murphy was right. Cut it. Jackson, you'll get to know me at some point when I do the old cut it. It's the quick cut. You know what I mean?
That's what I did.
I don't know. It's quick. It's a little sloppy.
We can try it again.
Okay, do it again. Hit it up. Hit it. Right, Murphy was right. Murphy was right. Got it. There you go. Now, see, now we're talking. That's what I like.
I almost put my finger through the board.
I've hurt myself now. I was doing the thing, and I hurt my shoulder. Isn't that fun? I told you guys, Mayor Freddie O'Connell's office, this first reported by me, not that I'm going to break my shoulder patting myself on the back on this. Mayor O'Connell was all up in the boring tunnel discussion, and he begged out of that discussion because he didn't want to screw up his tax increase. According to an article in the I used to be a subscriber to that. The Nashville Business Journal, bizjournals.com. Mayor Freddie O'Connell's office asked to delay Boring Company tunnel discussions until after November's transit referendum. After the November elections, a memo prepared for Governor Bill Lee states that Metro, quote, wanted to distance themselves and we should, quote, not plan to cross or proceed under any street that is city-owned. The memo was provided to the Business Journal as a part of a public records request. In other words, it was exactly as it was told to you on our show. And once again, I'm not worried about credit or whatever, but I'm telling you, we knew this information. And Freddie O'Connell, when he publicly says, oh, we need additional information or we need more questions asked, he's the one that walked away from the table. He could have had every single one of those questions asked about the Boring tunnel, but he chose to walk away because he was so desperate to get more of your tax dollars in the form of this quote-unquote transit tax, which, by the way, has nothing to do with the Boring tunnel except to say that there's a different way to do this that doesn't involve additional taxation. 615-737-9986. Of course, if you have any thoughts on the tragedy in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 2 children killed, 14 hurt, 3 adults, 14 children hurt, 3 adults hurt, a total of 19, and then the assailant has killed himself. He was a biological male. We believe that the individual at some point in his life claimed to be transitioning, went from Robert to Robin at some point. Another example of a self-described transgender individual showing a propensity to violence. We know quite a bit about that in this community, considering what happened at Covenant School several years ago. And how long are we going to allow this to go without recognizing that a lot of these people, particularly young people that are self-described transgendered individuals, have shown a propensity to violence? This is not to say that all transgender people are violent. Of course they're not. It is to say that those that self-identify seem to be growing in their numbers of individuals that are committing acts of violence against their communities. And in the meantime, you've got liberals that are out there telling us not to pray. Not to pray. Imagine that. Telling someone not to pray for the family members of Minneapolis, Minnesota, that thoughts and prayers are not enough. That's what Jen Psaki said, former press secretary of Joe Biden, now on MSDUMB. It is time to consider how many of these self-identifying transgender people are actually mentally disturbed psychopaths and not transgender at all. Mentally disturbed psychopaths that are prone to extreme violence. 615-737-9986. And oh, by the way, old Representative Justin Jones, brother Justin Jones, says that we need more than prayers. He was responding to Andy Ogles. Andy Ogles, who sent out an X post earlier today offering prayers to the family members and those affected in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Justin Jones says, we need more than prayers, Andy. Well, I'd agree with you, Brother Jones. We do need more than prayers. We need to expose the mental illness that has so often lately been associated with the trans ideology. We need to treat these individuals as the danger that they clearly are to their communities. And we need to do more to deal with the mental illness issues that are invading the minds of our young people. How to do that is up for discussion. That's what we're here for. Travis is next up.
Has a pretty big backyard.
Oh, Travis is talking. Hey, Travis. No. Put him back up. Hey,
right on your tax info.
Hey, Travis.
Yes.
Hey, Travis, what's going on?
Oh, not much, sir.
Man,
How are you?
You're getting a job done over there. I heard you. You're hard at it.
Yes, sir.
Well, what's up, man? You're on the radio. What's going on with you?
So I have a question. It was actually for your last guest. So I retired from the Army in 2021. During all the COVID, all the crazy times, stuff like that. My family, my wife, they weren't ready to go back to Washington State because it's just like California. Everything was shut down, businesses, all that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to get a hold of any representation from the Pentagon, Hegseth, anybody. I know he lives in the area. I know some friends of his, but I'm sure he's super, super busy. I was just trying to. I've asked Marsha Blackburn probably about 8 to 10 times. Sent all my records into her, and I've tried every avenue, every way that I can to get my last military move completed. But my wife and kids just weren't comfortable moving, during the last administration and all that kind of stuff. Didn't think that we were going to get the care that we needed to go back home. So I don't know if you and your Infinite Sources or anybody listening to your radio show, I've already sent paperwork into the Pentagon and into the Army channels, but I haven't heard for, 6 months. I just don't know what's happening, and I just want to make sure that my family's taken care of to go back to our home of record.
Okay, so I might have missed it there. I had a couple of things going on that distracted me. So you are out of the military now?
I retired in 2021.
Okay. And so what specifically are you looking for?
So you have military moves. Every time, you change your orders, every time you get a new duty station, every three to 4 years, you get a military move. Well, anyways, as soon as you get out of the Army, as soon as you retire, I've been trying to get our last military move to go back home. So when you join up, say you join here in Tennessee, then and you retire in Korea, then they have to move all your family, your military stuff back to your home of record.
So your last duty station was where?
Here in Fort Campbell, in Nashville.
Okay, and you're trying to get back to Washington State.
Yes, sir.
And so during the COVID time, they weren't moving people, or was it because
They were, but the whole thing was my wife and kids, they weren't sure
they didn't want to move.
Of what exactly was happening. Forced vaccinations. California was forcing everybody. All this nonsense, all this, hokey pokey. So they just weren't comfortable to move back to a blue state. So now that everything's settled down, well, I actually applied 2 years ago to go back to Washington, but they said I missed the window by like a year, maybe 9 months to request that. So you can request all the way up to 8 years, I believe, but you have to file for extension. So I'm just trying to get to the Department of Army, to get these circumstances looked at so I can actually move back to my home of record.
Well, I mean, I don't know the answer to any of these questions, obviously, but I think I can point you in the right direction, Travis. So your congressman would have been Mark Green, I suppose?
Yes.
Okay. So obviously you've got a little gap there. And you've not heard back from Senator Marsha Blackburn?
No, I've heard back from a couple times, but there's really nothing that she can do. So she said that, she would get me in touch with somebody, but just, hasn't got around to it. I'm sure she's a busy woman.
Well, I'm certain. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. So, all right. So, first off, Travis, why don't you stay here? We like you. I mean, we love you over here.
Yeah, it's, you just want to keep your family happy. You want to stay married.
Well, I get that. I mean, now I understand that. No, in all seriousness, I know you got a lot going on your end. If you write my email down, it's easy to remember, matt@murphyshow.com, matt@murphyshow.com. Email me and tell me, just remind me of this conversation, said, hey, I'm the guy that you talked to about getting me in contact with someone, and I'll try to figure out who the best person would be. I don't know if it's Senator Bill Hagerty. Maybe you would have better success with him. Or perhaps I can get you to another congressperson that's willing to kind of take up the slack, seeing as how you don't have a current representative sitting. So maybe we can. I mean, the answer might be no. I mean, obviously you probably have anticipated the possibility of that, but maybe we can move it down the road and get a yes out of a no.
Right. And I'm sure, government, wants to do, right by the people who served, and that they understand my predicament because, they righted the wrong. So I'm sure everybody's probably, there's a lot of people just like me in the same boat.
Hit me up and I'll see what I can do to get you some answers, brother.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Travis. And look, tell the family. I think, Tennessee. Have you ever been to Washington State?
No.
Ken Weaver's been in Idaho. Ken Weaver has probably seen this with his own eyes. All the trees in Idaho lean toward Washington. Most people in the Southeast don't know this. The trees in Idaho lean toward Washington State, all of them. You can see it. You don't really see it when you're real close up, but if you're got a drone or you got an aircraft, all the trees in Idaho lean toward Washington. Do you know why, Jackson?
No idea.
Because Washington sucks. That's why.
But I'm bummed.
That's a good joke, kid. That's a good joke. You want to hear another one?
I'm good, but I'm sure you're going to do it anyway.
Why do birds fly upside down in Washington State? Why do birds fly upside down in Washington State, Jackson?
I don't know.
Ken, do you know?
I have no idea.
Because there's nothing worth poop in Washington State. That's why. That's good. That's a good joke. That's a fine joke. What are you talking? That's a great joke. I cannot believe I'm not getting a laugh out of you. Thank you, Ken.
Ken,
don't give him the.
That's
I'm
kind
not,
of
I'm not laughing
little,
at the joke, man.
It's a little bit of a pity laugh. Oh, he's like,
I love it when people tell jokes like that.
Really bad ones?
You missed the first one. You were doing something. Do you want to hear the first one, Ken?
Sure.
Why? You've lived in Idaho.
Yes, sir.
I just told this joke, Ken. I just drug this out five minutes ago. You lived in Idaho. Did you notice living in Idaho that all the trees in Idaho leaned toward Washington State? Ken, did you notice that?
I did not notice
What,
that.
do you know why that happens?
I do not.
Because Washington sucks.
That was a pity laugh. Ken doesn't think you're funny either.
I don't.
It's Brother Murphy that's funny.
I don't need your pity. The question of the day is if a couple from Alabama get married, move to Washington, and then get a divorce, are they still first cousins?
I don't know what's the Georgia law on that.
We don't allow that kind of chicanery, tomfoolery in Georgia there, buddy boy.
What word was that? Do I need to dump that?
No, you don't. You dump too much. Jackson's a dumper.
Brother Jackson's safe.
He is, man.
He's not taking any chances.
He dumped our guest yesterday. He thought our guest laid down the S-bomb.
I thought he did.
That's way to go, Brother Jackson.
Look, you got my back. I appreciate that. It's 24 hours. You don't have my back on the break. I was supposed to take a break 4 minutes ago, Jackson.
Let's just keep telling bad jokes.
Okay.
I've got a deck of dad joke cards.
See, Ken's got dad jokes over there.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
My jokes might not be anything to write home about, but how about this? The Matt Murphy radio show.
Yes, sir.
Taylor Swift free since 1989.
Really?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Didn't she have an album called 1989?
Yeah, that was the year she was born. December 13th, 1989.
Good Lord, have mercy.
I know. Youngster.
I will play Taylor Swift the rest of the show.
No, please don't. Please don't. I don't want to do that. I don't. We have such a good relationship going. I don't want to do the whole "I'm serious, I really don't want to hear it" thing. I mean, that would be bad for everybody.
Yeah.
Of course, if you don't tell me Jackson, honestly, if you did not tell me that it was Taylor Swift, I would not know. I don't know any of the Taylor Swift stuff. America's Princess, Taylor Swift, getting herself married.
Nashville sweetheart.
Y'all don't have any of Taylor Swift in the system.
Well, I mean, that's I have nothing to do with that. I don't know if there was some purging of a sort that occurred in that system or not, but I really don't have anything to do with it. The Matt Murphy Show, at least from the studio, Taylor Swift free.
Do you think she's the reason they've won those Super Bowls?
Here's the conspiracy theory that I heard, Ken, that they're getting married. So, there are people that claim that their relationship was just a big setup.
Yeah.
It was like to benefit her, to benefit him, to benefit the NFL or whatever. It was a fake. Well, those same people that originally said it was a fake are doubling down and said, no, this is a long fake.
Oh.
Deep fake.
So they lost the last Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Now they just don't want to go at all.
No, they lost the last Super Bowl to set all of this up, Ken.
Oh.
It's a long fake. They're setting all of this up so that Taylor and Travis K can get all married. They get them to the Super Bowl, and who's going to be the halftime show? Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay's going to be the halftime show, and Travis K is going to be there, and his team's going to win. They're going to get married right there on the 50-yard line.
I bet you the Eagles might have to say something about that because I think the Eagles are going to go again.
I think the Buffalo Bills have something to say about that.
You think so?
I'm a believer. I know we hadn't won in this postseason, but I'm a believer in Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback going. And I'm a believer in him. And you know what? I wish I could say that about the Titans.
Although I do love that Cam Ward. I like that kid.
Man. I like that kid too. He's got a great head on. He's got a great attitude. Great attitude. Let's grind. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of grinding, it's time for Weaver to grind on the news. Super Talk 99.7. WTN. Happening now. The news. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Ray says, hell no. Joe Burrow's 10 times better than Josh Allen. Really? 10 times better than Josh Allen? 10 times better than the current NFL MVP? Okay.
Joe Burrow's pretty good.
Joe Burrow's pretty good. Joe Burrow's pretty good.
I tell you who's good.
Who's that?
That kid for the Washington, not the Redskins, but that kid is something else, man. He's like a freaking video game out there.
Jaden
Daniels.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Don't hurt me.
Why are we yapping about it, Ken? Hey, we have our resident sports expert here.
That's right.
On Super Talk 99.7 WTN, Young Jackson, a.k.a. Action Jackson, a.k.a. Fraction Jackson, a.k.a. Y2J.
Yes.
Who's the best quarterback in the NFL? Oh, it's time. It's time for an official Fraction Jackson Sports Minute on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Who's the best quarterback in the NFL?
Best quarterback in the NFL would be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Followed by Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow?
Followed by Lamar Jackson. Followed by Josh Allen.
What about Jalen Hurts?
What about Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is top 10. Jaden Daniels also top 10.
Yeah.
Cam Ward soon to be top 10.
Yeah.
I like a lot of what I've seen out of Cam Ward. I'm excited to see him travel to Denver. That is a tough defense in Denver.
Yeah.
No doubt.
One of the league's best.
One of the tougher defenses, especially.
I believe the league's #1 defense last season.
So, fellas, can I ask you, and I know this is Fraction Jackson's Sports Minute, but do we feel like for the Titans, everything's building up for 2027, right?
When that new stadium opens.
Right?
Yes,
sir. We're building a team for 2027, baby. That's what we're talking about.
We got to get that offensive line.
Hey, the O-line looks good.
Awesome.
Lloyd Cushenberry coming back from his Achilles tear. You got long-time NFL veteran Kevin Zeitler on the right side with J.C. Latham anchoring the right tackle spot. Left side, you got J.C. Latham and the recently signed in free agency, Dan Moore.
And you know what? Ward looks like he's in command of the offense.
He's in command of the team.
See, that's what you got to have.
I love it. Apparently, he did the same thing in Miami.
A rookie coming in and headbutting your star defensive tackle.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Big
Dig
Jeffrey
that.
Simmons.
Dig all of that. So what's the well, I tell you what, we're going to wait until next week because we've got a week, right? They don't start till next weekend.
Yeah, the
Titans
week after.
start next Sunday.
Next Sunday. All right. Well, we'll on next week's edition of Fraction Jackson's NFL Sports Minute.
Awesome.
We'll find out what your prediction, Jackson, is for the Tennessee Titans for the season.
We can do the Vols.
We'll do the Vols, too.
We'll do the Vols. I want you to tell me your predictions for the Vols, the Sooners,
yes, sir,
the Bulldogs, and the Titans. How about that?
Vols 12-0, Sooners and Bulldogs both 0-12.
Just gonna go ahead and throw that one out there. I mean, okay.
I mean, Jackson, he doesn't even care about the conference.
What
He
about
could care less?
What about Bama?
0-12.
Let's see. What about Ole Miss?
Oh, that's a hard one. Let me think. 0-12.
How about those the number one team in the country? Those Texas Longhorns.
Oh, they have Arch Manning, former Manning. I'm partial to the Manning family myself. I might give them 0-12.
That means my Sooners win. Yes, sir.
Nope, you both lose, Ken.
No.
It's unfortunate.
No, somehow that's the thing. Somehow you're losing too, Ken.
Here's what's going to happen. The rest of the SEC, other than Tennessee, has all been cheating. We've seen this. We know it.
Okay.
Everybody else has been cheating. So they're going to go back. Whoever wins these games is going to end up losing them via forfeiture of wins.
Gotcha.
Okay. That makes perfect sense to me. Would you mind hitting the Nincompoop soundtrack before we go any further? Thank you. Full of himself. So full of himself. You know why, guys? Because I think he won Nincompoops yesterday. Was it a runaway for you, Jackson, yesterday?
No, Ken Weaver kicked both of our butts.
Oh, did he now? I'm glad you're keeping score because I'm awful at it. Ken Weaver, congratulations, brother.
Thank you, everybody.
Did you feel like a winner when you woke up this morning?
No, I didn't.
Well, you were. Congratulations.
I'll feel like that. Hopefully, I feel like that after this Nincompoop.
Well, I'm ready for it. Jackson, you ready for it? Jackson's ready for it. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson's father and brother issue apology after their Ireland brawl goes viral.
This is so good.
The video shows the two men on the ground embroiled in a physical altercation as bystanders try to separate them right after Johnson's Wildcats lost 24-21 to the Iowa State Cyclones. Now, it's not clear why the men were fighting, but in a joint statement, Mark and Anthony Johnson said they sincerely apologize for their actions. Senseless bickering escalated into an unnecessary fight. We've resolved our differences and take full responsibility for our actions. We have apologized to our immediate and extended family and now extend our apologies to Kansas State University, its alumni, and fans.
You know it's bad when you have to send the apology to the extended family.
Yes.
When you're texting your aunts, uncles, cousins.
Grandmama and them.
Yeah.
The Johnson men said they regret the incident, have learned from it, and are committed to ensuring it doesn't happen again.
What do you think happened? You think
I think they got drunk and stupid.
Yeah. Well, there was probably definitely some drinking going on.
Was this well after the game, I guess?
No,
this
right
was
after.
this was in the stands following the game.
Yeah, and they're rolling around in a big puddle of water.
Yeah, y'all forgive me for not knowing this. I've seen the video. Was the young man was on the losing team?
Yes.
Okay, so y'all think Daddy got a little liquored up and was berating his son about losing the game?
Could be.
Maybe.
Could be.
I ain't raised no loser. Come over here to Ireland. And why are you on me like that, kid? Boom.
You know what I want? I want there to be microphones for every Kansas State game now the rest of the season to hear the defense jawing at that kid.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Daddy's not going to like it if you throw an interception. Daddy and brother going to get in another fight.
I'm going to whoop that butt like Daddy did.
When you going to get a haircut, boy? Your
awesome.
daddy's bald.
That's awesome. When I first saw the video, I was like, oh, well, that's cool. Oh, my goodness, his father's trying to break up the brawl. Wait a minute, that is his father?
That is his
and he's fighting his brother? Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I guess,
they say when in Rome, when in Ireland.
When in Dublin. I've seen a couple of them over in Dublin. Jackson, you want to go next?
I'd love to, Brother Murphy.
All right.
We're going out to Flagler Beach, Florida. Florida man arrested on DUI charges after hitting deer lying next to it. I did that to it. A Florida man has been arrested on DUI charges after he allegedly hit a deer while driving in the Ormond Beach area. A deputy with the Flagler County Sheriff's Office said they responded to a crash around 10:12 p.m. on Sunday, August 24th at 4800 Old Kings Road in Ormond Beach. Officials informed the deputy that a 68-year-old man named John Flynn had called to report he had hit a deer. When deputies arrived at the scene, he said he saw Flynn visibly emotional and lying down next to the deer. Flynn said to the deputy, "I did that to it." The deputy said Flynn was swaying and having difficulty keeping his balance while he was walking. He also discovered Flynn's driver's license had expired. He conducted a field sobriety test, and Flynn failed. Flynn was arrested on DUI charges. Following his arrest, deputies said Flynn was making jokes, saying things such as, "I hope you tell him that the deer had a knife."
Brought a knife to a car fight.
It's self-defense, officer.
I had to protect myself, officer.
It's self-defense.
He had 4 hooves and a knife. Had to do what I had to do.
He had a knife in each hoof.
Man, those deers.
They'll sneak up on you.
They'll sneak up. They get randy,
Especially
too.
when you're drunk.
Man, my grandpa, when I went deer hunting, I was in constant fear of a buck sexual assault because my grandfather would slather me in deer pee. He would, man. And I feared it. When I was like 14 years old sitting in the deer stand, I'm like, a buck's going to come up here and think I'm a doe and, do what bucks do.
Yeah, they'll get you.
I get randy, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Randy. All right, here we go. Speaking of Randy, I take us out west to the Burning Man Festival, where I've got some bad news for those Burning Man enthusiasts in the listening audience. I'm sad to report that the famous or infamous, depending on your point of view, Orgy Dome, one of the Burning Man Festival's most notorious features, is no more. The public sex-themed Nevada structure was flattened by high winds. Some might call it godly winds over the weekend, but defiant organizers have vowed that they will erect again. That's good. Yo, come on. Our build team worked so hard this past week to erect our lovely space. What? To erect our lovely space, the group's Instagram account declared.
Oh, my.
Took a lot of work, did it?
Unfortunately, the winds yesterday undid all of that labor and wrecked our structure. We are still here and thankfully safe. We hope to gift the playa some workshops. I'm just reading what is written.
The playa.
And we will keep you updated. The annual Burning Man event in the Nevada desert attracts an estimated, y'all want to guess, do y'all know?
I'll say 100,000.
70 to 80,000 people.
Yeah.
Joined together to build an entire city from scratch over the course of the week ending in Labor Day. The Orgy Dome is seen as somewhat of a centerpiece attraction where consenting adults can go do what consenting adults do while surrounded by others apparently doing the same thing.
Goodness.
As Breitbart News reported, this year's massive storms with wind gusts reaching 50 miles an hour wreaked havoc on Burning Man attendees, causing damage to campsites, art installations, and yes, the Orgy Dome itself. On Saturday afternoon, the National Weather Service in Reno issued an advisory for a, quote, wall of blowing dust, also known as a plague, coming from the, coming from the playa.
I don't know what that is.
Quickly pick P-L-A-Y-A. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. That would be playa.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it picked up speed, reduced visibility to less than a mile. What amount of money? Jackson, would you go to Burning Man?
Sure. I'm open to experience anything one time.
I am too. I would go.
I'd have done it in my 20s.
Yeah. As a younger man.
Yeah, but I'd have stayed away from that tent.
Yeah, I wouldn't
have gone anywhere near that tent.
No, that's a.
Well, Won't find Weaver in the dome.
No, sir.
That's a wet wipe waiting to happen right there.
That's a doctor's visit.
You gotta
That's an uncomfortable doctor's visit.
gotta hose that off. I mean, what? I don't know what's going on. I
Matt's
don't want
got
any part of
ads
that.
for the thing that you catch in that dome.
I do. San Francisco Chronicle reports that the Orgy Dome was originally founded in 2003 and has become one of Burning Man's most talked about fixtures, run by a, quote, sex-positive collective. It claims to offer festival goers a climate-controlled space outfitted with, well, the things that you might expect. So I'm just going to leave it right there. Try to keep it at least PG-13 for those of you in the listening audience. There you go. That's how you play Nincompoops in the News. Vote Murphy. Vote Jackson. Vote Ken Weaver. I vote for the I vote for the music. There you go. We'll get back to your call. Oh, Mike in Old Hickory hung up. That's too bad. I was going to say that we've got our weekly call from Mike coming up. Maybe he'll call us back.
He calls much more than weekly.
You know.
Boy, your brother stinks at quarterback. What'd you say, Daddy?
Vote Weaver. Vote Jackson. Vote Orgies. Super Talk 99.7 WTN.